Have you clicked on a phishing link? Don't panic. There are things that you can do if you did do this. How to check if a link is actually safe before you click on it, what you can do if you have clicked on a phishing link, and how you can safely preview the link itself. Hey there, my name is Emilio. We run a channel here all about macOS security. If you want to protect your Mac and stay safer for longer, click on that subscription button, clicking on the bell as well, the little notification bell. You'll essentially get a notification when we release new videos. That way you are notified and you don't miss absolutely anything. We also have a great product called Moonlock, and Moonlock is an app that is going to help you to make sure that your Mac is protected from malware, from viruses, and from malicious software that is on your Mac. And ultimately, if you do accidentally click on a phishing link, Moonlock can detect malware if it's trying to get installed onto your computer and keep you safe. It'll also give you recommendations around how you can stay safe and good practices that you can put in place on your Mac. Moonlock also has a key feature called Scam Detector built right into the app, essentially letting you know if that email potentially is malicious and will notify you whether if it thinks it's real or not. We love Moonlock and we recommend that you should go and try. You can pick it up completely for free and try for 7 days directly from our website. We'll get a link to it down below. And then if you love it and you want to go and pick it up, you can go and use that YouTube 10 code so you can actually get yourself a discount and keep your Mac protected for longer. So we all know about phishing, right? We're not going to cover that in too much detail in this video. We do have another video covering phishing, but ultimately it's a line that is being thrown out there and you are the fish. They're trying to grab you and make you do something, and then ultimately something bad could happen on your computer, such as malware being installed. But often, how do you get infected through a phishing email? Often it's a link that is in the email that is malicious, a link that is not actually what it appears to be. So once you've clicked on it, what is this phishing link going to actually do? Well, it actually can redirect you to a malicious website, open up something that you shouldn't have, install some software onto your computer that could introduce malware into your computer. It could actually send you to a website that is not legitimate. It may look legitimate. For example, asking you to enter in your Apple ID, or to a Microsoft page that looks legitimate. And then once you've done that, a malicious actor has now got your username, has now got your password. You may be redirected to a page that looks like your bank login page, but it's not. Somebody has now got your login details to your bank. So they can now use those details, log into your correct bank account, and then access your financial information. So what are some of the warning signs of a malicious link? What should you be looking out for? One common sign is that the link doesn't actually match the service or the company that it's stating. But then when you look at that link, it's directing you to something that doesn't look legitimate. But the fake link may actually have some other characters, some other words in there that isn't actually a legitimate domain. Something else that you want to be mindful of is sometimes that there are actually a third-party websites out there that can shorten URLs. One would be bit.ly or bit.ly. You may have seen this one. Or another one is tinyURL. Just be aware of those and be very, very mindful when you're selecting on those services. Also, just be aware in the email itself, the phishing email, does the email ask you for a lot more information than it actually should? Why is Microsoft asking you to validate your address? Now, how do you safely preview one of these links? How do you actually know that the link is safe? The first and foremost thing is just use the general rule of looking and not clicking. On your computer, the most simple thing that you can do is with your mouse, you just hover over the actual button or the URL itself. If the link in the email may say www.apple.com, but then when you hover your mouse, it's got a different URL, be careful. On your phone, you can actually preview the link. Press and hold, and then carefully see where it is actually directing you to. Now, the other thing you can do is you can actually right-click as well on the computer and copy the link. And then there's lots of websites online where you can actually paste that link into it, and then it'll tell you whether the link is safe or not. You can use Google's safe browsing option as well, where you can validate whether the link is safe, and also just check the entire message. Don't just look at the link. Does the entire message look legitimate or not? Are there strange characters? Does the wording look wrong? Threats, request for money, request for your password. And this is where the Moonlock scan detector feature built right into our app comes in very, very handy. You can actually copy the entire contents of the actual email itself, and it's going to analyze the suspicious message. It's going to analyze for those phishing patterns, manipulation, urgency, scam behavior. So what do you do if you've actually clicked on the link? First things first is disconnect from the internet as soon as you can. Give your computer a reboot. If you've clicked on a link and a website is starting to load, close out of it, because you may be okay. The website just starting to open may not be sufficient, so close out of it. Don't enter any details on a website. Don't download anything. The risk is usually lower if you haven't actually gone through with what's been asked of you and you haven't actually entered or downloaded anything. But if you have entered in some details, this is where you have to go and reset those details straight away. Go to your real service, go to the real PayPal, go to your real Gmail, whatever it is that you've used, and reset those credentials as soon as possible. Sign out of any active sessions that you've got, log out of everything that you can, turn on multi-factor authentication on that service if you haven't already. If there are other websites or other services that you know that you use that same password for, go and change all of those as well. Because if your password has been compromised, then the malicious actor, the hacker, now has your password. Not only to the website that appeared legitimate and it tricked you, but they now have potentially the password to other things as well. If you entered any sort of banking information, contact your bank as soon as possible. I've just given my credit card details or my bank details, my security codes, whatever it is, to somebody that was impersonating me, to a website that was impersonating me. Let your bank know, because then they can change things and cancel cards as soon as they can. If something was downloaded or installed, have a look at your computer. Does anything there look suspicious? Is there an application there that wasn't there before? And then scan your computer for malware, for viruses. Use our app Moonlock, scan your entire computer. If anything is there, it'll pick it up, it'll quarantine it, and it'll remove it. If you have the ability to report that phishing email, do that. Gmail itself has an ability for you to actually go and report that the message is malware, it's malicious, it's phishing. A work email address, for example, Microsoft 365 on the Exchange server, there's often a phish button built right into there as well. Report that phishing email so that the next person is not duped as well. So remember, if you have clicked on something, don't panic. But now you also know the signs. And as I said, we do have another video all on the topic of phishing, so you can go and check that out so that you make sure that you are protected and only click on the links that are sending you to the correct, legitimate websites. And remember, as always, you need to make sure that your Mac is protected. Always have a good piece of anti-malware software on your computer. You can also detect for those scams as well, where you can paste in the contents of your emails and it will let you know whether a phish is detected or not. You can go and download Moonlock completely for free from our website. Try it for 7 days. You're going to love it. And then when you do go and pick it up, use our YouTube 10 code to get yourself a discount. We love macOS security on this channel. If you want to follow along, why don't you also click on the subscription button? Click on the bell. That way you're notified when new videos are getting put out. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next video where we continue talking about all things macOS security. We'll see you then.